people in this room, right? Man, I'm excited, really, so Allan in my message, right, really is talking about the opportunity for Hispanics, okay? You see, guys, obviously, whenever I came into this business, I was born in El Salvador. I came into this company as an immigrant at 7 years old, and really growing up, I saw my parents not really live the best life financially, I saw my parents, live paycheck to paycheck. Who can relate to that in the room? How many people saw their parents live paycheck to paycheck? How many people are seeing themselves sometimes, living paycheck to paycheck? Well, there's some people in the room, you know what I'm saying? And I saw that growing up. My dad, he used to work for cutting grass, right? Most Hispanics now, and my mom, she actually used to work as a custodian at a high school. And and growing up, I saw my parents work, but they never really lived the life that they wanted. They'll go to work Monday to Friday, they'll put in overtime, they'll work weekends, they'll pick up other shifts, and they'll work, but they'll never really get ahead financially. And I was really thinking about that about my speech. So let's put the first slide up there. These are some of the statistics on why you want to get into the Hispanic community. Okay. Now, guys, I'm a believer that you got to have every single market in your business. Okay. Because as a business person, right, you just don't want to hinder your business just by having XYZ amount of people. I'm young, but I'm not going to have every person on my team that's 24 years old. I'm going to have some young people, some middle, right, and older. You know what I'm saying, right? So I also want to go and get into the Hispanic community, okay? Now, for some people in this room, they say, "Oh, Carlos, I'm not Hispanic." You know what I'm saying? I can't recruit Hispanics. Yes, you can. You know what I'm saying, right? I know there's people in this room, right, that are, that know somebody that's Hispanic, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Well, how do you guys like tacos, by the way? You know what I'm saying, right? You gotta find one Hispanic, right? Prospecting, right? And you ask them, "Hey, do you keep your options open to work?" They say yes. Then they start working in your business. Guess what they become? A teammate. And now you put that teammate in the field. Guess what starts happening? You start going to appointments, right? Start helping families, okay? So one statistic here really shocked my mind. I was thinking about this. I was looking at it, right? Somebody from the home office sent me these slides, and I was like, man, that's incredible. Look at this first one here. It says right here, only 35% think they are saving enough money for retirement. And that's in the Hispanic community. What happened to the rest of the 65%? You see, for some people in this room, that might be your parents, your aunts and uncles. That might be people on your team that you probably haven't touched on yet. You know what I'm saying, right? Look at this next thing here. It says 43% fear that they will lack money for retirement more than what? Dying. Some people losing their job. Some people, unfortunately, going to the dentist, you know what I'm saying, right? And all these different things, right? So people are scared of not having money more than they're scared of dying. Isn't that crazy? You know what I'm saying, right? People are scared, of not having money more than losing their job. And that scares me to death, right? Because just think about it like this, right? Obviously, we live in a world where it's very multicultural, right? We live in probably one of the biggest cities where it's very multicultural, right? I mean, I believe we got every single ethnicity in this room today. And that's incredible, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge testament to who we are as an office, okay? That's a huge testament to who we are as a company, right? Because primarily, don't care if you're Hispanic, white, African, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Every single person in this room has a place. And that motivates me, you know what I'm saying? Another thing here, really, Hispanics want good financial guidance, okay? Let's go on to the next slide here. Okay, Hispanics want good financial guidance. And there's some statistics on that slide if you write it down some notes, right? And it says right here, 52% will feel more comfortable with a financial professional over any other source of information. Okay, I got introduced to the company at 19 years old. My parents were born in El Salvador. I was born in El Salvador. I came here at the age of 7 years old. You know English, right? How many people could probably walk into the room and there's people in this room that don't really know how to speak English that well, but they're here and they're winning. You know what I'm saying? They're here and they're making the attempts. Okay, they're here and they say, "I want to get better. I want to be successful. I want to win." Okay, it don't matter about that. Hey, my English might be broken, but not my pockets. You know what I'm saying, right? My English might be broken, but not my pockets, right? So, and that's a huge thing right there. Okay, so obviously coming into this country, you guys, I witnessed my parents, like I said, live paycheck to paycheck. They never saved no money for retirement. My parents did not know what life insurance was. I mean, my dad was born and he came to the U.S. He was 25. He came in 1986. And from 1986 to 2015, that's over 20 years, right? Or around there, right? Nobody had ever sat down with him. Nobody had ever said, "Hey, sir, have you ever had a financial game plan for your finances? Hey, sir, has somebody ever sat down with you and taught you how you can retire?" Hey, sir, you know, obviously you got some kids because it's my sister. Hey, you got some young kids. Hey, sir, what happens if you pass away? What happens if your heart stops beating right now? What do you need to have for your family? Your house ain't paid off. I mean, you got credit card debt. You got why, but imagine going from 2 incomes to 1 income. Nobody ever sat down with my parents. So I'm so out on America because I know there's Hispanic families. I love sitting down with Hispanic communities. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten closer to my Hispanic community more than ever within this last 4 or 5 years that I've been in America. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that there's people out there, guys, that are looking for an opportunity, right? So let's not discredit, oh man, they don't know about English. You help them get, they're guys, okay? Willie Naranjo, okay? So he makes over $3 million a year. Right, Allan and I met him at MIT, right, male nursing training, whenever we went out there and I finished with this. He said, I learned more English in America than I did anywhere else. You know what I'm saying, right? I mean, he learned more English in America, right? He learned more about money. He learned more about business, right? I love what Dorothy said, or Kathy said, right? Primerica is a self-improvement game plan with a huge compensation plan. How many people want to have a huge compensation plan in this room? You know what I'm saying? How many people want to have a good compensation game plan in this room? Because the bottom is too crowded. Another Hispanic Latino that's killing it is my brother, Allan Berrios. Hey, me and brothers go way back, man. This guy, man, you call him my favorite pupusero, right? Who likes pupusas here? Right? Hey, we got a similar background, man. I think we get the privilege to talk about, the Hispanic community and just kind of, obviously, the opportunity we have here, right? I mean, we clearly saw the statistics. We clearly saw some of the things that, hold people back, right? When it comes to financial situations, right? But I want to talk to you guys about, sometimes we got to go back. For us to go forward, we have to go back and understand the roots, right? You ever done that before? Where you're like, man, I need to really know where I'm coming from, right? I really want to know, where my family's coming from, right? Anybody interested in knowing where you guys' roots are coming from? Right? I think that's something that should give you, motivation to keep pushing, right? And making a name for you guys, heritage, man. And look, we're talking about right now, we're going to go into this statistic. Hispanic Americans, it says Hispanic Americans are worried about unexpected expenses and credit card debt. Now, I mean, we don't even have to say unexpected expenses. Let's be honest. I mean, some people are worried about the expected expenses, okay? The energy, the bill, the light bill that's coming up, right? We ever heard from their parents, like, you come home from church, you come home from a restaurant, like, get the whole luz prendida. You know what I'm saying? Like, who left the lights on, right? You see your dad fixing it up, like, we do that, coming after you, right? Because of stuff like that, people are, they're worried about who left the AC on, right? You see your mom going to the thing at the end. This was when I was a kid, right? And you see your mom going to the thermostat and putting the thing down at night, see, ahorrar dinero, we need to save some money, right? Because, less bill at night because of the AC. Stuff like that. So we grew up with having those expenses, right? Everybody grows up having those expenses. But you look at this statistic, the unexpected ones. Let's be honest, guys. We just came out of a year like what? 2020, all right? I think that took us by surprise, when it comes to just knowing that, hey, this life is really happening, okay? Obviously, the whole situation with coronavirus happened, I think, by nature. I mean, let's be honest. What was the look in people's faces? Cheerful, yes, man, I'm doing great. I'm excited. I'm killing the game. Or was it, what are we going to do? How are we going to pay bills? Right? How are we going to do certain things with our family? What are we going to do to make sure our family's good? Right? And see, the unexpected was 69% of Hispanics worry how they would cope financially if they had a major medical expense. What are we talking about? Something that hit you medically, something that hit you financially. And all these things that came up, and you got to go back to the roots and find out who's going to be the one who changes that for your family. See, that doesn't come with race, color, or anything like that, because we all go through the same emotions. The question is, are you going to go back and find out, hey, we don't have a silver spoon in our mouth, we need to make something happen. We need to do something about this, right? Look at this. 39% are not confident they can make their credit card payments. Right? And that's another thing, right? They give them, you get stuck in that cycle of credit card debt. People live the debt cycle. And again, we want to just kind of give back that message of, let's remember where we're coming from, guys. What country are we in? America. Say it loud. What country? Now, what company? Say it louder. What company? Come on, y'all. It cannot get better than that. We American dream, right, in one word, what do you think of? What is it? What is it? Freedom. Freedom, right? We got another one. What was it? There you go. I don't know what he said, but there you go. Right? My point is this. My point is this. Let's go to the next slide. Look at this. The American dream, right? Look at the bottom one. It says the American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their version of success in a society in which upward mobility is possible for everyone. And see, that's what we're talking about here with Carlos. We're not talking about the skin or where you come from or any of that stuff, right? Our hearts are the same color, our brains are the same color, we all got a spirit. That all makes us equal, right? So when we come to that, we got to realize, guys, that we have a job to do. We have unfinished business. We got to go take care of some things. I was tired of seeing the face of my family when they kept looking at bills and thinking, man, look at our situation. Right? We need to do something about that and realize you got to take those people into your circle. Instead of just worrying about you and you paying your bills, start worrying about, can you help your parents do their stuff? Can you help your siblings, right? You got to get to the point you're so financially strong, you can take care of your entire family. Your nephews, your kids, everybody. I'm talking about everybody, right? Don't you think Chris Luke right here said $25,000 on a week for a vacation for his family? Don't you think he can take care of his people? I think so. And we need to get that, right? We have the opportunity. I said it again. We're in America, and we're in Primerica, guys. And look, I mean, I have the opportunity. We both immigrated here from El Salvador, right? And it's just such an awesome thing to be able to record as a kid doing that and seeing where you go from point A to point B, right? But I want to show you guys, next time you see people that have these type of backgrounds, right? Next time you see people that come from that, right? Next time you see somebody in the drive-thru. Next time you see somebody in the serving as a server. Don't just get scared about why you can't ask them if they're open for a better income. Ask them, are you keeping your work options open? That's what you need to do because somebody's life can change. Because of this business, my life changed. I went from point A to point B. That kid over there on the left. You zoomed into that, you can, right? But I had one giant shoe on one and I didn't have a shoe on the other foot. Right? But that's where I come from and I'm proud of that. Because I got from point A to point B and we just keep on moving forward, right? Because we have the vehicle where it doesn't matter what skin you got. It don't matter what language you talk. We can all make it happen. What are the next one, Christina? Not fired up. Who's fired up in here? Like I said, man. So how did that kid who's going to drive through the circuit or whatever get from point A to point B? Well, you need the right vehicle. That's what we're showing you right there. Right vehicle and the right team. Go to the next one. And the right team, the right man, the right coach. Right? Right leadership. And that's not just rough stuff. That's all our VPs here. I was just blessed to be in the line hierarchy, right? Shout out to the line hierarchy. Let's go. The right vehicle, the right coach, the right work ethic. Don't leave that out. You need work ethic. You need to put in work. Like Chris Coop said, yeah, I mean, the fact that you can make it doesn't mean you're going to make it. You got to work. You got to put in the hours. You got to put it on blood, sweat, and tears. You got to be willing to let go. In order for you to elevate, you got to be willing to separate. You got to separate from the things that are holding you back. You got to show people what you came to this country to do. And we didn't come to this country whether it was you or your parents or their parents or their parents or their parents or their parents. Somebody came from another country here and gives you a shot to take your life to the next level. Are you going to take it? Are you going to take it? Look at this right here. Right? That guy who was in a drive-thru at Arby's, right? Who was at a serving, retirement home, signing a regional vice president contract. Right? Check it out. Look at this one. Ring wearer, 6-figure income earner. That kid that you saw, right? That little guy right there. He didn't get too big either, right? But I'm telling you, just like Carlos said, the language might be broken, but I have the pocket. I got another one for you, right? The stash might be short, but I have the bank account. All right, we're good. So look, that guy in El Salvador, immigrant kid, had an opportunity. Why? America and Primerica, y'all. Let's take advantage of the opportunity we have here. Let's take